Hi, welcome to this video series on programming the new blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojonuwa Muazu, and I'm a software developer based in Africa, Nigeria. And basically, I do blockchain programming. I write smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain and now the new blockchain. And then I'm also a C Sharp developer on the .NET framework, or .NET developer actually, C Sharp, VB, and the ASP.NET framework. So you can check some of my videos on ASP.NET and C Sharp, and you can also check some of my videos on Ethereum. So on this video series, I'm going to take you through the basics of programming the new blockchain. So ultimately, we're going to create a simple smart contract at the end of the day that will just display a hello world. But the idea is to take you through the necessary tools and requirements that you will need to get started programming the new blockchain. So like I said, my name is Ayuba Ojonuwa Muazu, and then just stay tuned with me. Thank you. Welcome to this video series on programming the new blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojonuwa Muazu, and in this session here, I'm going to take you through the new basics. We're going to see what's the purpose of the new blockchain, and then we also look at the new digital assets, the new digital certificates, and then the new transaction mechanism. So what is the purpose of the new blockchain? The new blockchain actually is an open network for smart economy. You know, it utilizes the blockchain technology and digital identities to digitize assets and automate the management of digital assets using smart contracts. So that is the purpose of the NEO blockchain. And the NEO was founded in 2014, and it was open source on GitHub in June 2015. So its mainnet was also released on October 2016. So that's the purpose of the new blockchain. The purpose of the new blockchain, it's an open network for smart economy. So, and then how does the new blockchain attempts to achieve this smart economy? It attempts to achieve it using digital assets, digital certificates, and transaction mechanism. So digital assets plus digital certificate plus transaction mechanism equals the new blockchain. That is how the new blockchain attempts to create an open network for smart economy. So the digital assets is the underlying infrastructure of NEO that supports multiple types of digital assets where users can register, transfer, trade assets at their own discretion. So that is how the digital asset part of the NEO blockchain is. Then the digital certificates are supported to build trust into the public chain. So it provides full legal protection for all assets digitized through the NEO platform. So that's how the digital certificate is. So it's a kind of like digital identity on the blockchain. Then the transaction mechanism facilitates peer-to-peer trustless exchange of digital assets. Now, where buyers and sellers of digital assets and currencies will be matched in a peer-to-peer manner without the need for third-party exchanges. So that is the transaction mechanism of the new blockchain. So like I said, the new blockchain, the purpose of the new blockchain, it's an open network, is to create an open network for a smart economy. So in the next video session, we are going to discuss on how the tools needed to start programming the new blockchain. So I'm going to walk you through the tools and then the necessary tools and requirements needed to start working on the new blockchain. Thank you. Hi, welcome to this video series on programming the Neo blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojanugwamoazu, and in the last video session, I walked you through the Neo basics, and I gave you the reason why the Neo platform was set up as a decentralized platform for smart economy, which is the purpose of the Neo blockchain. And then I also talked about the Neo digital assets, the Neo digital certificate, and the Neo transaction mechanisms. So in this video session here, I'm going to walk you through the tools that are needed to get Neo up and running. So I'm going to take you through the Neo node, and then we're going to install the Neo GUI, the graphical user interface, and then we're also going to install the new CLI, and then we're going to install the other Neo plugins that are necessary to get Neo up and running. So let's just get started. What we're going to do now is first of all, to install the Neo GUI. Okay, before I do that, you need to understand that nodes are connected to the blockchain through a peer-to-peer network, and all nodes in the blockchain are equal, acting as both client and server. So that's how nodes work on the blockchain. And of course, there are two full node programs, which is the Neo GUI, which has all the basic functions of a user client, including a graphical user interface, and is intended for Neo users, just people that want to use Neo to do transactions, send Neo from one wallet to the other. And then of course the other node is the Neo client. This is intended for new developers, and it also have other Neo nodes to achieve consensus, and is involved also in generating new blocks. So that's that about the Neo nodes. And then let's just go right ahead and try to install the Neo GUI. So first of all, you go to neo.org, which is here. I'm on neo.org, and then you can go to developer, you can go to technical documents, just to get you through. So you go to docs, it opens docs.neo.org, and then we try to locate where the Neo GUI is, and then we download it. So you can see this is documentation, the new documentation, and then you can scroll down and get to read about it and get to see what's happening. If you want to go to technical details, you can click here. Then you can see under Neo node we have a Neo GUI. So let's click here. Let's click here, and then we look for where we download the Neo GUI. But first of all, you have to I'm using Windows 10, so you have to check your operating system to see according to. So you can see they said notes. The Neo GUI client is compatible with the following versions of Windows: Windows 7, Service Pack 1, Windows 8, and Windows 10. And then of course you must install .NET Framework 4.6.2 or higher on your Windows system. So that's that. So you can also hear notes on, unless otherwise stated, this article introduced the Neo GUI running on the testnet. For more information, refer to the testnet network. We'll come to that later. So downloading the client, here we download the Neo GUI. So you click on this link. Okay, so you can see it took me to this page, neo.org/client. So you scroll down, you can see different clients and wallets and all that. So we're interested in this, the Neo GUI, and I think we're going to get this on GitHub. So you click this. So it takes you to the GitHub, the new project page on github.com, and then we try to download the Neo GUI, the graphical user interface. We're going to need this later, in developing our Hello World smart contract. So you can see this everything about it. These are all the files, and then you can read here on project setup. You can see on Linux, you can install using this. On Windows, to build and run locally, you need to clone these first, then copy this to the working directory. Note when building a project, file settings must be changed from static library to dynamic library. So we're going to see all that. So let's just go here, and then let's just download the zip file. So let's just download the zip file, and then oh, it's asking me to sign in. I hope it's downloaded. Okay, all right, it's downloaded here, the zip file. So I'll just open this. I probably would have downloaded this before. Oh, it's still downloading. Okay, so open when I'm done. So wait for it to finish downloading. So that we can open it. Uh, Still taking time. I don't know. It should have downloaded. Okay, good. I think it's about opening right now. So this should be downloaded under my download. Oh, my URL is expired. Coming to this later. So I think my WinRAR is expired, but it should be under my downloads, and then I think the new GUI should be down. Good, so I have it here. Now, of course, I've downloaded some Neo before, so we're going to unzip this. So make sure we unzip this. Yes to all. I've downloaded this before, so I'm just walking you through again. So let me just replace them with the files I have before. So just wait for this to unzip, and then So I just wait for this to get unzipped. Good. So the new GUI for Windows. So this is this. So you open this. Now you can get to see it. So you scroll through, you look for the executable file, just this, and then you run it. Good, so we have the new GUI up and running, and then you can see it's trying to synchronize with other blocks. 0 of 663 of 2000 and 0 connected. So this is the new GUI, and then let me just walk you through this. You click wallet, so we can create a new wallet database. We can open an existing wallet database, and then we can review index when we try to synchronize blocks. So you can see 7 nodes are connected currently now. So that's that, and then you can also check these. You can look at developer tools, about new, official web, check for help, wealth, and the rest. So on the accounts, you can see this. On the assets, we have no assets yet. In transaction history, we have no transaction yet. So now we can create a new wallet database by going to wallets, and then you just click new wallet database. So now we have to browse a wallet file. We're creating a new wallet database, right? Okay, good. New wallet database. So we'll just put a location where we want our wallet to be. So I can let me just put this on the desktop. Let me just say new wallet 1. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'll just create the desktop here. Let me just create let me see, new tutorials, new tutorials, right? This is inside my desktop. So good. Inside new tutorials folder, I put new wallet 1, and then of course it's a JSON file. So I just save this. Now I give it a password. Then confirm my password. So here is where I will store my Neo. So I'm creating a kind of a small wallet database where I can store my Neo and everything. So I just click confirm. Good. So this is my new address that I just created. So this is how you create a new wallet database using the new GUI. So this is how you create a new wallet database. So we can close this, and if we want to open our wallet database again, we can close this. You can run it again. You can actually right click these and take it to shortcuts. You can actually right click these and then create a shortcut, of course, if you want to run it there. But let's run this again. So let's run these again, and then we get to see how to open that wallet. So good. So the new is open again. You can see the account is empty. So if I want to open my wallet, I go to open wallet database, and then of course I select the wallet file, which is under my desktop, new tutorials, new wallet 1. So I type in my password. Click OK. Oh, password incorrect. Let me try it again. Oh, can I still remember the password? I just typed in the password now. Good. So you can see, so this is the new address, and then of course I have 0 new, and then I have 0 new gas. New gas is what I use to pay for new transactions when I want to make transactions, like when I want to send new to someone else, or whenever I want to deploy a smart contract or interact with the smart contract. So I need NeoGAS to pay for that. So for now, this is how you install the new GUI, and then how you can create a new wallet database on the new GUI. So thank you very much. I'm going to continue in the next session, still about the new GUI, the new node, and other stuff that you need to understand. Thank you very much. Hi. Welcome to this video tutorial on programming the new blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ochonuwa Muazu, and in the last video session we talked about the new node, and then we walked through the installation of the new graphical user interface. And then I said, if you can remember, I told you that the new node, we could use the new graphical user interface for interacting with Neo, basically from the user's perspective. If you want to transact Neo, you want to send Neo to an address, or you want to receive Neo or new assets. And then I also talked about installing the Neo. I also talked about the Neo client, which I said is intended mostly for Neo developers. So in this video session here, we're going to see how to install the Neo client, and then we're going to see how useful it is from the developer's standpoint. So first of all, you just to install the Neo client, you just go to the website neo.org, which is here, and then you can go right ahead to the developers menu, and then you click on technical documents. So we go to a new tab is open, docs.neo.org. So this is actually the developers documents that you can read through and understand some basic documentation about Neo. And then of course this documentation is always improved, so depending on when you're watching this, the documentation might change, a little things might change here and there, but it's basically the same concept. So you can see we go to new node, just go right ahead and click new client, and then we get the new client. So we have this. So you can see these are the different documentations you can read, and then you can see this is the CLI command reference. But let's go to the installation. So we just go to the installation of the new client. Now you can read about different installation depending on your hardware requirements and on your PC. I'm using Windows 10. So if you're using Windows 10, then it's basically going to be the same thing you're going to see that I'm using. But if you're using Linux, then it's a little bit different, because if you look at here, it says on Linux install the Level DB and SQLite 3 dev packages, and then for Ubuntu you can run this. So since we're using Windows, we just skip all these, and then we go directly to installing the new client. So you can see here, download the latest package. So we go to the GitHub page to download the new client. So I just click on this, just open a new tab and click on this. So this opens the GitHub page for installing the new client. And if you can remember, I told you the new client is basically useful for new developers. So once we go into creating our new smart contract, our new Hello smart contract, you're going to see how useful the new client is. So you can see there are different client release. We have the new client 10.2, we have 10.1. You scroll down, we have 10.0, 9.4, like that. So it's always good to go to the latest one and download it. So depending on your operating system, you download appropriately. Like if you're using Linux, for example, you can just click download this zip file. And then if you're using Windows like me, 64 bits, then you download this. And if you remember from the onset of the tutorial, I talked about the hardware requirements and the software requirements rather to get this new tutorial up and running. And if you remember, I told you it's necessary we get .NET Framework 4.6.0 and above running before we can fully utilize what we have here. So just go right ahead and click this if you're using Windows 64-bit, and then you just click this and then download it. So if you download that, you're going to have I think I've downloaded this before, which is this. So this is the new client that I have here on my PC. So if you download that, you're going to have this file. You unzip the file and then you're going to have this folder here. So if you click it and then you open these, so you can see these are the files. These are the DLL files that comes along with the new client. So you can see them. And then we have the config.json file. I'm going to talk about that later. And then which is this config.json file. You can see the mainnet and the testnet. So we're going to talk about this later. And then so basically that's just it. So if you want to run this directly, you can just scroll down and then search for the executable file, which is this, and then you can just run this straight. You can just double click on this and then it opens the command prompt. So let's just wait and see whether what we've installed is correct. So good. So if it shows this neo, this green neo, then with a version like this, then it shows that your installation is done correctly. So you can see my installation is done correctly. Now you can run this just the way I run this, or you can open your command prompt and navigate to this folder. You can open your command prompt. You can open your command prompt. Good. So and you navigate to that folder, which is this, download this. So I just do this, new CLI win x64. Oh sorry, cd downloads. Okay, cd new CLI win x64, and then cd new CLI. So once I've opened the folder, I can now run the DLL or the executable, either way I choose. So I can just say .NET new CLI.tll. So if it shows the new green button, new green fonts, good. So it shows that we can run this either way. So we can run this like this, or we can run the other way. We run the Neo. So that's that about installing the Neo client. And then it's good for development purposes from the new developer standpoint. You install the because this has an API, a lot of API that exposes for development purposes. So we have this like this. Now, if you could remember the new GUI, let me just take you back there. Let me just take you back to the new GUI that we installed. I have a new GUI here. So let's get to run the new GUI. Good. We want this. So you just get to see the wallet we created in the previous tutorial. Let's get to see the wallet address, the private key, and the public key. Let me just show you what that is. So let's wait for this to come up. Good. So we've opened your GUI, and if you remember in the last tutorial, I said you can open your wallet database. You can create a new wallet database. So once you open the last wallet database we created, I hope I could still remember the password. Make sure you navigate to the JSON file, that we created. So you can see I named it new wallet one.json. So make sure you navigate this before you can be able to open this. So good. So we're creating our new wallet database. So of course this is the address, which is equivalent to your bank account's address, for example, for receiving new and then other new assets during transaction. So you can click on this, you can right click on this. You see we have create new address. You can import an address from different formats here, and then you can create a contract address, for writing the new smart contract. We're going to come into that later. And then of course you can lock an address and all that. So, and then you can view private key. So just see, so when you click that, you can see this is our new address. This is our public key, which is associated to every private key. And then this is our private key in the hexadecimal format, and then the wallet import format. So you can see we have that here. So make sure that your private key is always kept secret, because this is very important. This is the only way you can actually recover your assets whenever you lose them. So you have that. So this is a public key, and then this is a private key. So we just get to close this, and then you can see we're synchronized into the blockchain. We're connected to 9. So you can see it's increasing. So currently we are downloading the blocks and trying to get synchronized. So that is that about the address, the public and the private key of the address. And then I could remember I probably took you through assets, creating new assets. So assuming we've created new assets, or we have a new assets here, it would have displayed here. And then of course transaction history, any transaction we've carried out, we would have been able to see them here. Then transaction, of course, we can transfer NEO. We can transfer NEO. We can copy the address, and then so we just select the asset type. We currently have no new assets yet, and then to display the balance, and then the public address we're sending to, and the amount and all that. So we can do that here. That's a transaction. Simple as that. And then good. And then we can sign transactions when we are interacting with a smart contract. We can sign transaction and then deploy the transaction. So it will tell us to sign the transaction. So we'll come into this later. And then of course you can see we have this. All these, we can deploy a smart contract. We can vote. The NEO has a beautiful function where we can vote for a particular event that we want to run. And we can sign a message, of course, and then we can get to see all these. We can you can see NEO gas claim, available 0, unavailable 0. So we'll come into this later. You get to see. So just play around this, and then get to, so you can see this is our public key. So just play around this. We'll explain them as we go. You can see asset registration. So we can asset registration. We can register different asset type, like a share or a token. So for example, if I'm creating a share now, I give it a name, then I give it a captcha. It's just like creating just the way we create a token on other blockchain like Ethereum and the rest. So in Neo, you can easily create it using this Neo GUI. So without any writing any code, you can actually do that. So you can see this is the admin, which is of course my address. Sure, which is my address. So I can give it a name and then and all that. So that's how we can create new assets and that. But we need our NeoGAS to be able to deploy that. And then asset distribution, you can see and all that. So we'll come into all these. You just play around it. Look at the new documentation here. You can read about the new documentation here and get to understand what all that function is, more especially the new GUI. You can get to see, you see we have wallets, click wallets, you see different ways of interacting with the new wallet. And mind you, we have different new wallets. We have different web wallets and desktop wallets and all that, but the new GUI is the most comprehensive of them all in terms of usability and all that. So you can see, you can go through their websites and check all this, but you have to know that this documentation is subject to change, subject to development and change and improvement. So that's that. So we're able to install the new client and all that, and we're able to interact with it from the command prompt, and we're able to run it again directly from where we installed the new client. So then the new plugin, different kinds of plugin that we can install on our Neo client. For example, like the simple policy plugin. It's very important if we are going to create a smart contract. So you can read about the new plugins here. There are lots of new plugin here. You can see the simple policies here, enable policies for consensus. So we if we want to synchronize with different blockchain on the different nodes on the new blockchain, the simple policy plugin, it's very important. And how to install the plugin is very simple. We just go to the folder, the root folder where we installed our new clients, and then we create a new plugin folder. We just come here, shall we go to, I think I have it here, we'll go to new clients. Run it from here, and then we just create a folder. For example, let's put in the simple plugin. Let's see. So we just create a folder, and then we name it plugin. Make sure the plugins is capital P. So write capital P plugins like this. So we create this folder, and then we open the folder, and then we go back to the website and download the plugin we want to use. For example, like simple policy, I'm interested in simple policy, so I just can come here to download the simple policy plugin. So you just click here and then you download it. Let me check if I've downloaded it before. I've downloaded it before. Good, so I've downloaded it before. You can see this is a simple policy plugin. So you can see, so I just come in here and then I just copy this. So you open it and then you just copy the DLL file and the simple policy folder. So you copy this, copy these, you go to your Neo clients folder, which of course is this. Open these, open the plugins, and then you paste this here. So we just paste this here. So basically this is how we install the simple plugins this is how we install plugins on the new client. So these are different plugins. You see, we have import blocks. We can import an offline packages and synchronize the client using offline packages. So we can actually import these so that the blockchain can synchronize faster. So we can do this. So you can see there are different plugins here: RPC security, state dumper, and all that. So, but the simple plugin is going to be very essential for what's simple policy plugin for what we are going to be using. So you can get to just scroll down on the website and then on the documentation, and then just get to see what the developers of Neo are talking about here. So that's how we install the new CLI and then the different forms of Neo plugins. So like I said, this is an introductory course on programming the Neo blockchain. So in the next tutorial, we are going to see how to synchronize the Neo blockchain, the Neo network, and then we're going to see how we can claim some Neo, and then probably some Neo gas, and see how we can use it and how it's going to be useful for our smart contract deployment, more especially, not the development rather. So you need to be able to interact with the Neo different nodes to be able to understand the Neo blockchain very well. So that is all about that. Let me close this. So once again, my name is Ayuba Ojoniwa Mwazu, and thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to this video tutorials on programming the Neo blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojoniwa Mwazu once again, and then in this video session here, I'm going to talk about installing and synchronizing the Neo network. And primarily, we're going to talk about the Neo test network and then the Neo private chain. Of course, we also have the Neo main network, and that will be where the actual Neo gas that costs money is. So we're going to talk about the Neo test network. Actually, the test network of the Neo is an environment where users can develop, commission, and test programs. So this incurs the Neo test network incurs the Neo network fee of the testnet gas, which is not the real gas. So just like Ethereum has gas when you want to deploy smart contracts, the Neo network also has gas, the Neo gas, and then so we have different ways that we can actually interact with the Neo blockchain. So the test network, it's one of the ways that's intended for developers, not to just to be able to use, so as not to incur money when developing. So we have methods of switching to the test network, but first of all, let's open the let's go right ahead and open the new GUI, which we have here. If you're using Windows, like I said, you need to open this from here. You can actually to avoid coming here, I think let's just put this on our desktop, so you can just go like this, just right click and then send this to desktop. So and we can even pin it so we have the new GUI executable, so I can just run it directly from here, which will be easier than opening the actual file where it's located. So we run this, and then of course we have the new GUI open. So this is it. Now there are methods of switching to the test network that we need to check. So, and here's what we're going to do. We need to go back to the file actually. There are two files here that I'm going to talk about. You can see this. We have if you come here, you can see we have config.json, config.mainnet.json, config.testnet.json. Let's try and open each one and see. So you come here, you open, let's open with Notepad, and let's see what's inside. So you can see we have application configuration. This is the chain, the index, the set cache, this is the port number that is using, and then this is the address of the URL, neoscan.io, and then assets URL neoscan.io API and the rest. So this is the config.json. Let's go to the mainnet, and then let's get to see something. So the port number here is 10333. Here too, config.json is 10333. So, but let's go to the test network, testnet.json. We open that, and you can see the port number here is 20333, and you can see the address URL is neoscan.testnet.io. So if we want to run, it shows that currently we're running on the main network, since our config.json has the same configuration with config.mainnet.json. So what we're going to do right now is let's just close this, and then so let's copy the contents of config.testnet.json, copy that, and then we go to config.json. Sorry, so take away this, and then we'll replace it with this. So we'll just go right ahead and save. So we save that, we save that. Now that's for the config.json. Then we also look for another file, protocol.json. So you can see we have protocol.json, protocol.mainnet.json, protocol.testnet.json. So what I'm trying to do here is to switch to the test network for development purposes. So if you open this the same way we open the first one, config.json, you open this, you can see what we have here. You can see the seed, these are the network, the seed networks, probably the computers that we need to synchronize with. Okay, you can see these are the new servers, new.org, and these port numbers 10.333. If you could remember, this is the same with the main network, the port number. So of course, if you open the main network, you can see that it's going to be the same. You can see it's the same. So let's open the test network, protocol.testnet.json. And then you can see the seed list has different port numbers. So what we're going to do, just like we did in the first part, we copy the whole codes in the protocol.testnet.json. We copy this, then we go to protocol.json itself, and then we replace it. So we get to save this. So whenever we want, and let's close this. So whenever we want to switch back to the mainnet, we just change these files appropriately, the config.json and then the protocol.json. So that's how we switch to the test network. Now, how do we get testnet gas? Let's close this first. How do we get the testnet gas? Now we need to first of all, the easiest way is to actually request for the testnet gas. So you just go to docs.neo.org, follow this URL here, and then you go to test network. Of course, you can read through what we have here, and then to get the testnet gas, good, you go to neo.org testcoin apply. So you go to neo.org test network apply. So here we're applying for testnet neo gas. Of course, you can also go directly from here from neo.org. Then now you need to fill in your details. You put in your name, your email, your phone number. What's this QQ? What's that? I think it's not really compulsory. Then you can put your company name if you have it. Like If my company is Brand Legit. Then reason for application, you can put it that you're a developer, and the amount of NEO you need, the amount of gas, and then your NEO public key. Now I showed you how you can get your NEO public key, right? Let me still take you through there. You just come here. In NEO, the public key is different from the NEO address, unlike Ethereum, where the Ethereum address is the same thing as the Ethereum public key, but in NEO it's different. So how do you get your NEO public key? You just come here, open NEO, good. We're on testnet, right? Good. So we open our wallet address, which is this. Make sure it's you go to the same path. So good. So you want to get your NEO public key. You click on this, you right click, and then you view private key. So this is a NEO public key. So you copy this and then you paste it here. So this will be your NEO public key. So you paste this here. Now this should be after you have fill in the credentials, and then you click submit. So you have to wait for like a day or two to get your NEO gas and the NEO that you need for development purposes. So that is that. So you have to wait for like a day or two, and if you've gotten your NEO gas at the end of the day after filling this request form and you've gotten the NEO gas, what you need to do is to be able to claim your gas and your NEO, you have to create a multi-party signed address, which is the same thing. You come here, you create contract address. So you go to multi-signature, you make this one. That's after you've gotten your NEO gas. Then you have to put your public key and the public key of you'll get the instruction actually on your email on how to go about it. So but basically what it means is you're going to put your own public key here, and then the public key of the another public key you'll receive from the email. So you're going to put that, and then you click confirm, and then you make this one. So then you click confirm. So by that you will now see your NEO. You will see your NEO. You see your NEO and the NEO gas appearing here under the NEO smart contract address. Then from there you can easily transfer NEO from that smart contract address into your normal address by just clicking the transaction and then the transfer, and then you just put the address just the way I showed you. You see we have no NEO here because we didn't apply. You have to like wait for a day or two to get that on your email. But I'm going to walk you through the private chain, and where we can have our own NEO and the NEO gas created by ourselves, and we can synchronize it by using our own PC. But you have to know that if you're going to get the NEO online testnet NEO and NEO gas, you have to follow this particular method. And alternatively, you can also use neo.vm if you're using Visual Studio to develop, in which it's what we're going to focus on. And then of course you can also use the private testnet. So this is how you go about switching as you go about switching from the main network to the test network for development purposes on the NEO blockchain. So once again, my name is Ayuba Ojanigomazu, and thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to this video tutorial on programming the NEO blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojanigomazu, and then we're going to continue in this session on installing and synchronizing the NEO network. In the last session, I talked about the NEO testnet network, and then how you can request for the testnet gas for the development purposes. That it's the main it's the aim of this tutorial. So here we're going to talk about the Neo private chain, and then there are two ways actually to build a private chain on the Neo network. We can build a private chain with virtual machines, which means we have to configure the virtual machines. We have to create servers to configure the virtual machines, and each server has to correspond to a consensus node and a dedicated Neo wallet. We can actually build these servers on Windows Azure, or we can build a private chain the easy way on our PC, where we're going to have four copies of Neo. We're going to have four copies of like a Neo node, each running concurrently on our PC. So that's what we're going to do, so that we get to see how we build a private chain, how the Neo blockchain itself is being built. So first of all, we are going to start by creating, since we want to create at least, you need like four copies, of course, of Neo folder to be able to build a private chain on your PC. So first of all, we're going to create those folders. I think we can just create them on our, probably our desktop. We could just do that. We could create that on our desktop. We could say just create this folder. We could say node 1. Then we create another folder. Oh, sorry, there's a mistake. Delete this. So we'll create another folder, node 2. Then we create another folder, node 3. So this is like a representation of four different four different servers running the Neo client software. So node 3, and then let's create another one, and then we name it node 4. So now that we've done this, we are going to copy the new clients we downloaded and configured. If you could remember, we're going to copy that into each of the nodes. So let's go to, I think I have it on the downloads, and then so we're going to copy these new clients. So we're going to copy everything here, including the plugins that contains the simple policy. So make sure you copy everything here. So we're going to copy everything. Good. So copy this. Now I place this into each of the nodes. Of course, it's in our desktop. So we go to node 1, and then we place this. So now if you see what we're doing here, we're copying the new clients into each of these four node folders that I created. So good. We copy this, and then we go to the second folder, second node folder. We also paste here. Good. We go to the third one. We go to the third one. We also copy and paste. Then we also go to the fourth one, which is the last one, and then we do the same thing. We copy and then we paste. Okay, so now we've pasted in each of the 4 node folders we created. We are doing this because we want to achieve our consensus. Now you should make sure that, of course, we've installed a simple policy into these plugins. So we have this simple policy plugin is needed to achieve consensus, be able to reach consensus. Now we are going to create wallets. We're going to create a new wallet, and then we're going to place it in each of these 4 folders we created. This node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. So we're going to create wallets in each of them. So like okay, let's just go to create a shortcut. So go to your new GUI dot executable. So we create a new wallet file. So we navigate to the first folder. It should be under desktop. Now let's just go to node 1. Good. So we just name it 1.json. So this will ask us for password. Let's put in a password you can remember. So good. So we have this address. The first a wallet database is created here in the first node. So we create another wallet database. and then we'll place these in node 2. Place this in node 2. So we name it 2.json. So this is the second wallet. You can see the wallet address is different from the first. So we create the third wallet database. We place it in our node 3. Place it in our node 3. So we say 3.json. We give it a password. So the address is changing. Good. Then we create the fourth wallet. Oh, sorry. We'll create the fourth wallet and place it in node 4. So we say 4.json, and then we give it a password. And click the confirm button. So good. So now we're able to add each of these wallets database in each of the nodes. So if you can see we have this 1.json like that. You go to the second one, we have 2.json. You go to the third one, we have 3.json. You go to the fourth one, we have 4.json. So now that we've created a wallet database here, we need to modify, because we're creating a private chain, we need to modify our config.json. So let's start from the first one. Let's start from the first one, from node 1. So we need to modify it. So we search for our config.json here, of course, which is this. So we open these in Notepad or any of your favorite text editor. Now we're going to change the port number here to suit what we want to use. So we're going to change the port number here. I can just maybe add an extra, or maybe I just add an extra 33 here. I think I should just add an extra 33 here. Oh, what am I gonna do? Let me add an extra 3. Okay. Let me say 103. Okay, 1033. Thinking of the port number to use. I can say 10336. Will that be okay? I'm thinking of the port number that I've not used before, because the port numbers have to be different. You make sure that you've not used them on the system before. Okay. Let me put it like this: 11333. So 11333. Let's change this to 11333. Good. So we've changed the port number, and then of course the unlock wallets here is going to be 1.json. JSON. That's the wallet name that we put here. And then our password here, we could just put anything 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 like this. Then start consensus, set this to true. TRUE is active, set it to true, also TRUE. So we've modified this. Let's go right ahead and save it. So this is for the first one. Then let's go for the second one. We repeat the same thing. We modify our config.json. So here we can see 21333 21333, and then the same thing 21333, and then the path here now will be 2.json. The password we could put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then we set these to true. TRUE. We also set this to true. TRUE. I'll go right ahead and save this. Right. Good. Well, everything is okay. Now let's go to the third one. We navigate to the config.json file. We right click this. We open with Notepad. And then we go. So we can say this should be 31333 31333 31333, and then part here now it's going to be 3.json, and then the password we can put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then we set these to be TRUE. We set these TRUE. So we go right ahead and save this. So we go to the fourth one, the fourth node. We navigate to config.json. So right click this, open with Notepad. So here we're going to say 41333 41333. Change these also 41333. So here is going to be 4.json, and the password we can put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. TRUE. So you can see we are now configuring our 4 different nodes that will enable us to achieve consensus. So we've done this. So what we also need to do now is to modify the protocol.json for each of the files. So let's go back to node 1. Let's start from node 1, and then we search for protocol.json. Oh, that should be below here. Good. Protocol.json is here. So we open this. No, good. So now here the magic number, we can actually leave this, or we can put anything, maybe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's just put that. But the magic number can be any number. Also 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That should be okay for us. Now the standby validators will be the public address of the 4 wallets we created. So we need to go back here, and then we need to open the public address. Let's start with the first one. Let's open the public address of 1.json. So let's open this wallet and check the public address. Go to view private key. So here's the public address. So we're going to copy this. And then I'm going to paste it here. I just need 4. So first of all, let me clean 3 out of this, since I'm going to need 4. Right. So what I copied, I pasted it on the first one using my public address for the first wallet. Open the second wallet. We're doing all these to be able to achieve consensus. So I open this wallet. I click on this, right click, go to view private key. So I copy the public address, public key of this rather. And then I paste it here. Good. So I open the third one, third wallet database, which of course is in our node tree. So that's 3.json. Make sure you remember your passwords. I use the same password for all of them for these tutorial purposes and to easily and quickly remember. So you right click on this, place your cursor on, go to view private key, and then you copy the public address. So you place it on the third one. You replace it with this. Now we go to the fourth one, which is the last one, wallet database. Navigate to node 4. So we go. We open it. Put your cursor here, view private key, then pick the public key. So keep in mind we're modifying the protocol of JSON. So now that we've done this like this, we need to that's the standby validators. We've done this, which is the public key of our 4 wallets. Now in the seed list, now we are going to modify that too. So we just need only 4. So I'm going to cancel these onto this level here. So this much. So I'm going to cancel these more. Good. So we change this to localhost. Localhost. And then if you could remember, we said it's 11333. That's the first port number. The second port number, change the C to localhost, and then we say it's 21 333. We'll change these to localhost. And put these to 31333. Change these to localhost. 41333. So we've modified the protocol.json, and everything here should be okay. Good. So I can go right ahead and save this. So it's basically the same thing I'm going to have for, close this. It's basically the same thing I'm going to have for each of the nodes. So I just copy this protocol.json from node 1, then paste the same thing, replace node 2, just replace it, the one in node 2, same thing, replace it with the one in node 3. So replace it with the one in node 3. Also node 4, you replace it with the one in node 4. Good. So now that we've done this, can go right ahead and close this for now. I don't think I need it. Now that we've done this, let's create a notepad file that we can use to run what we've just done. So let's just go here. Let's create a shortcut notepad file. Just come here, just open your notepad. And then put .NET new client .dll dll.rpc. So let's save these as, let's put it in node 1. Let's save it as 1 run. Okay, good. .cmd. So just name it as all files, and then let's just go right ahead and save this. Oh, I think I have something like this before here, so I just replace it. Good. I think I've created this before, so I just replace it. Okay, good. I think I should have it here too. I should have it in the first one. I should have it here. Let me check, because I'm on node 4. Oh, I'm not seeing it. Where? No. So why did I save that? Let me make sure I save this correctly in the appropriate place. Save as. Okay, no, not in documents. So I'm saving these in desktop. Node 1. So make sure you save it here in node 1. Now you can actually go right ahead and copy all this I'm showing you. You can actually find it here on the tutorial. When you come to docs, you can actually find it here. So you can read this on the tutorial. So since I've created this and I've pasted it in node 1, since I've pasted these in node 1, it's basically the same thing. So I just copy this, go to node 2, paste it, go to node 3, paste it, and go to node 4, and then paste it. So now we have done all that is necessary to run our private chain. So let's try and run everything now and see. So what you just need to do is you can just come here, and then you can click on this. This is for node 1. Okay. Coming. Maybe an error somewhere. This is for node 2. I think I'm getting an error somewhere. Let's check for node 3 and see. Okay, I think I might be getting an error somewhere. Let's check for node 4. Okay, it's saying no executable found with this. So probably maybe I didn't write this well. .NET new client dll.rpc, which of course I have it here. New cli.rpc, which is this. Let me run from here and see. So let's get to run this. Okay, failed to open file for .json. So let's just allow access and see. I think we're having a small issue somewhere. It's running, but we can open the wallet file to be able to achieve consensus. Okay, this is for node 4. Let me check for node 1. If we get the same error, then there is something we're not doing correctly, which we have to check. Okay, failed to open file 1.json. So that means we are having a mistake somewhere. Okay, we will check these now. So just stay with me. In the next session we'll fix this, and then we will proceed from there. Let's try and close this first. Okay, so let's try and close this. So stay with me, and in the next session we shall be able to fix it. In the last video we were able to install and synchronize the Neo network, and we were able to create the private chain, but we ran into some errors trying to run the private chain that we created. So in this video session here, we're going to rectify that error, and then we're going to proceed with drawing our Neo and then our Neocast. So that's what we're going to achieve in this video session. So if you could recall from the last video, we tried to run the private chain and we're having an error. So here's what you're going to do to fix that. Go to the iron.cmd on each of the nodes that we created. Like you go to node 1 for instance, and then we're going to work on this iron.cmd. So you create your notepad file like this. So in the last video we added this RPC, so you remove this RPC if you're having the same error that I have. So you remove the RPC there. But if you're not having the error, then you can leave the RPC. So if you're having the error, you make sure you move the /RPC there, and then you save it for node 1, node 2, node 3, and node 4. So you make sure the one-run.cmd, you replace it for these 4 nodes. Then again, for each of the nodes, you go to the config.json. Like for me, you go to the config.json, you open it in Notepad, you're going to have this, and then make sure your password is the same with each of the wallet database. For example, like my 2.json, I make sure the password is the same here. So make sure the password is the same for what you have. So you replace this for each of the node. So you make sure you replace it for each of the node, for node 1, node 2, node 3, and node 4. So once you have that up and running, the next thing is to run run this command. So we're going to run these now and see what we have. Good. So you can see it's trying to synchronize, it's running. So you go to the second one, the second node, which is node 2, and then you also run this concurrently. You go to the third one, which is node 3. If everything is okay, you also run it. And then you go to the fourth one, which is node 4. And then you also run this. So good, you can see this is synchronizing. So we're waiting for this to pick and this to pick. So let's just wait for them and see. Good, I think this has started. The third one has started. So we're synchronizing, and then we're waiting for the last one here to pick. Good, and it has started. So you can see these 4 windows, and you can see each of them. It's synchronizing. So now we have our private chain up and running successfully. So now that we're able to do this now, what we need to do next is to withdraw our Neo and our gas. So, and like I told you, before you're able to withdraw your Neo, you have to create a multi-party signature. So what we need to do here is we go to our GUI, and of course as soon as you create as soon as the block starts synchronizing, as soon as you create the first Genesis block, 100 million Neo is automatically generated for you. So that's how the new protocol works. So we'll just go to new.gui that's executable. Before we do that, let's make sure that the new GUI is it's connected to our private chain. So let's make sure the new GUI is connected to our private chain. So how are we going to do that? Let's go to the installation folder of the new GUI, in which I have it here. So we go to protocol.json for the new GUI. Make sure this is the new GUI. So you go to protocol.json, you right click this, and then you view a notepad. So you can see these are the standby validators, and then you can see these are the seed. So this is on new.org website. So now we have to change all this to our private chain that we have locally running on our local host. So if you can remember, we have it here. Good. So this is it. So you can open it from any of the node. Like I think I opened this in node 1. So copy everything that is here. Just copy this. Then go to the protocol.json file for the new GUI that has this, and then you replace it. You replace this. So make sure you save this. Good. So now we can run our new GUI and connect it to our private chain. So let's run it and see. And make sure these 4 are running. Good. So now that we have this, you can see the block height, everything here is showing 0. So we can open any of our wallets. You go here, you open your wallet. So I'm opening the first wallet, which is on node 1.json. Good. So we have this. Now we want to withdraw NEO. So how are we going to do this? Like I said, we have to create a multi-party address from the new GUI. So from any of the blank spaces here, you just right click, go to create contract address, click multi-signature, and then now we're going to add each for the public key list here. You see we have minimum signature number, we're going to set it to 3, but for the public key list here, we'll have to put each of the public key of our 4 wallet addresses that we created. So I think we have that here in our protocol.json. So we just pick the first one, paste it here, we add it, pick the second one, we add that, pick the third one, we add that, and then we pick the last public key, which is the 4th one, we add that, click this plus button here. So here we change this to 3, and then you can click inside here so you can be able to enable this. So then we click confirm. Good. You can see automatically we have our 100 million NEO here. If you don't see it on yours, if you're not able to see this figure, you can go to wallet and click rebuild index, and by clicking that you should be able to see this 100 million NEO here. So now we have our NEO in our smart contract. It's not yet in our address, in this address. We just have it in this contract address that we created. So now to transfer NEO to normal address, what we're going to do is we just go here, we just go to transaction, we go to transfer, and then we click this, you can see we select assets, we have NEO, so you can see we have 100 million NEO. Now we have to pay to we have to put the address here, the address we are paying this to. So let's just go right and pick. You can check all these in the tutorial here. You can check all these in the tutorial here. Withdrawing new and gas, you can check all these in the tutorial here. So I'm going to pick the address. I have to close this and note the second address. So let me just note the second address. Let me note the second address to pick to use here. Okay, that should be neat. That should be the node, the second node. Good. So I go here. Let me pick this. Let me pick this address. And then I should just put it somewhere. Let's say I put it here. Just say I put it here. Good. So like I said, you can open here. Actually, I open here. You can see how to withdraw all the. So you can read this tutorial. If you're lost somewhere, it's the same thing with what I'm doing. So you can see and all that, so you can read this. Now now that I'm here, okay, I've picked the second address. Good. Let's go back to the first address, since that's where we're working from. Since that's where we're working from. Oh, sorry, my dog has been making a whole lot of noise. Now good. So from here we go to transaction, transfer. Our assets is NEO. We can get to see our balance here. So we'll put the wallet address here, and then we can put 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So we're going to put everything. So you click OK. So 100 NEO is what we want to transfer. So then click OK. So you can see it says transaction initiated, but the signature is incomplete. So we have to sign the other way. Since for us to achieve consensus for this transaction to go through, we have to sign the other wallet addresses, have to sign this transaction before we're able to transfer NEO or NEO gas. So let's just copy this. Let's copy this and close this. So we open the second wallet. Open the second wallet. Good. So we open the second wallet. We go to transaction. We go to signature. And then we put what we copied, we paste it here, and then we click sign. Okay, what's the issue? The private key that can sign the data is not found. What could be the issue? This is the second wallet. paste this code here. It could be the issue. Okay, let me open the third wallet and see. Since I'm transferring to the second wallet, it's transaction signature, paste this here. Oh, I'm having a problem. Oh, let's repeat the same procedure. Let's go back to the first wallet. Good. So we have this. Now we want to transfer Neo to this address, right? Or rather, let me transfer it to this address. Let me transfer the Neo to this address. So let me copy the first address. This is the address I want to transfer Neo to from the smart contract. Let me transfer it from the smart contract to this address. So go to transaction, transfer, Neo. We transfer it to this address, which is the first address. And then we'll click OK. This might probably be where we have mistake. Good. So the same thing, transaction initiated, but signature is incomplete. So we copy this. We close this. Open the second wallet. So we open the second wallet. Good. The second wallet is open. So we go to transaction. Transaction signature. We input what we copied. We click sign. Oh, the private key that can sign the data is not found. It's weird. I'm having this error. And the 4 blocks are running. Okay, let's get to see why we're having this problem. Well, anyway, it's odd. We're having this problem. I don't know. Let's just try it again one more time and see. Let's go to transfer. See, I'm transferring it to this wallet. See, I'm transferring it to the second wallet. Move this transaction that we signed. So see, I'm transferring it to the second wallet I copied. Let's just try this again one more time and see. Transfer Neo this. Let me put 50. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's say 50 million Neo. So we copy this, of course, go to the second wallet, well, my lights just sparked there. So let's enter the wallet address, the wallet password, sorry. Okay, so with transaction, try to sign this, paste this. I don't know, I'm having this error, but basically you're supposed to, this is supposed to display the outputs, and then we copy the output, and then we do it for the third time, for the third address, and then our Neo will be transferred to the normal address. So I think this error might be something different, so you should just check it out and send an error to the technical department of the Neo and get to see why we're having this error. But basically this is how it's being configured to send Neo to another wallet. So but you can feel free to contact me on this error. If you're facing the same error, we could work on it together. So that's that about this session. Thank you. Hi, welcome to this video tutorial on programming the Neo blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojonuwamuazu, and then in this session here we're going to start creating the Neo smart contract, and we're going to see a simple hello world smart contract on the Neo blockchain. In the last video session we installed and synchronized the Neo network, and we're able to have 100 million Neo from our private chain. We're able to generate 100 million Neo from our private chain as we started the Genesis block. So here now we're going to create the Neo smart contract, the Neo hello world smart contract on the Neo blockchain. First of all, like I said in the beginning, you will need some certain tools to be able to write smart contracts on the Neo blockchain. And the most recommended tool for writing Neo smart contract is Visual Studio, because C# actually is the most recommended programming language for writing Neo smart contracts. So make sure you have Visual Studio 2017 installed. If you don't have that, you can go to the Microsoft website and install Visual Studio 2017. So I have Visual Studio 2017, so make sure you have that installed. Visual Studio. Good, Visual Studio 2017. So make sure you have that installed. And then if you have that, you can start Visual Studio. So let me just start Visual Studio. And then once you have Visual Studio started, you good. Let's just start Visual Studio and see. And then if you have Visual Studio, also make sure that you check for the installation of .NET Core cross-platform. So when you're installing Visual Studio, make sure you install .NET Core cross-platform for development. So make sure you install that. Now, once you're able to do that, you start Visual Studio, and then we get to see what we need to do. So let's wait for Visual Studio to get started. Okay, good. Now that I have Visual Studio started, you can check tools. Oh, let this get started properly. It's still loading. So you can go to tools, then you go to extension and updates. We want to download and install the new contracts plugin, so that's what we're doing right now. So you go to tools, you go to extension and updates. At this point here, you will need an internet connection actually. Or let Visual Studio respond. So it's for Visual Studio to respond. Good. You can see I've done it before. So you can see new contracts. Here's what you're going to do. You just go. I've already installed it before, new contract plugin. But here's what you do. You go to online. You click this online tab here. So, and then you go to the search here, and then you can type Neo. If you have an active internet connection. Oh. Good. So once you hit the online tab, you can just type Neo here. Good. So you can see I've installed it. So this new contract plugin. So you just click here and install it in your Visual Studio. Now, once you've installed that, once you've installed Neo, I can go right ahead and close this. The next thing is we need to download the Neo compiler from the GitHub page. You can easily download that by going to docs.neo.org and then come to the smart contracts tab here. It's actually the tutorial I'm taking you through, so you can also read the text here, and then just go right up, and then you can see number 3 says download the Neo compiler. Number 3 says download the Neo compiler from GitHub. So you go here, you can see it's just right click and opening another tab. So we're downloading from the GitHub page a Neo compiler. So good. You can see clone or download. I think I've downloaded this before. So you come right here and then you download this, the new compiler. So once you've downloaded this, and then of course these are the files you're going to download with it. So once you've downloaded this, then just like I have here, let's go to downloads. Good. So you can see new compiler master. You download it and then you unzip it, and then you're going to have this. Now from here, what you need to do is you open this project in Visual Studio. Just open it. You open new compiler.sln, the Visual Studio solution. So you open this in Visual Studio. I can close this first, since I've already downloaded the new contract plugin. So I can close this Visual Studio. Quickly close this Visual Studio. That's taking time. Good. So then I open this solution in my Visual Studio 2017. So I just go right ahead and click this. So I open the new compiler in Visual Studio 2017. You're downloading this new compiler so that you'll be able to compile new projects, new smart contracts that you've created. So that's the reason why you're doing this. So we'll wait for this to open. So we wait for this project to open. It's taking quite some time. So you can see we have the project open here. If you check my solution explorer, we have the project open here. We have the new A, new J, the neon. These are different projects. There's about 4 projects here, 4 different projects here. We have this first one, We have this second one, we'll have the third one, and then we'll have Neo library as the fourth one. So we need to publish this, the third one here, Neon. So just come here. Oh, let's wait for this Visual Studio to respond. I don't know. So let's just wait for my Visual Studio to respond. Now I right click here. Good. You right click the Neon project and then you click on publish. Each step I take, the Visual Studio is not responding. It's kind of odd. So probably I need to increase the RAM of the system. Now you publish that. Okay. Error occurred while restoring Nugget packages. The operation failed as details for Project Neon could not be loaded. So what could be the problem? It could be the dependencies here. So maybe it's from my download, because I could see a yellow so the error is from my dependencies here, and let's get to check. So let's go to check while we're having this error. But basically it has to be from the new website. What you just need to do is you make sure that because okay, good, as you can see, it's the yellow stuff is gone. New is pretty much on the development actually, and we get to see these errors here and there. So at the time you're watching this, you might have not been able to see this error, but you see I'm seeing that now. So let me rebuild, let me publish this project again. Let me republish this project. So I right click on Neon, the Neon project. So I right click on the Neon project, and then oh, I can see the publish okay, I can see saying restoring packages. An operation is still going on, so let me wait for this operation to finish restoring packages. So probably this is trying to fix this error here. Okay, restore complete. So we go back here, and then let's try to republish this project, and probably it is published because you can see it's having finished here. So this has published, I believe. And then for us to check whether this has published, for me to check whether this has published successfully, I go back to the new compiler that I just downloaded. You go to for we to check that this has truly published. We go back to new compiler that we've downloaded. We go to the Neon project. We open this folder. You go to bin. So we try to open this. We go to release. If we see release, then means we've published successfully. Okay, good. So we have release here. So you go to release, you open it. You can see my Visual Studio is trying to download something. So good. You open this. And then you go to this. I'm using Windows 10, like I said. So good. So we have new neon.executable here. So it means we have published this project successfully. So I can actually run this in. Good. I can actually run this. So that's okay. So we have published Neo successfully. The Neo compiler project, we've published it successfully. So it means we can run this. Now you can actually add this part to your environment variables. You can actually add this part. You can add this to your execution part, and then you can run it from your command prompt if you so wish to. So now that we're able to do this, you can see it. I think it's trying to probably is the last published I did. So now that we're able to do this and we're able to run the neon.exe, it means we've successfully published the Neo compiler, which is what we will use to compile our project. I think I probably would have clicked the published twice because my computer is a little bit slow. So let me just wait for this operation to finish. If I go to the next step, so let's just wait for this to finish publishing again. So you can see it's saying publish succeeded. Of course, how you will know that you've published successfully is to be able to run this neon.exe under release. So once you're able to run these, you should know that you successfully published the project. Now, now that we're able to do this, we're going to create the simple hello world smart contract on this new blockchain using Visual Studio. So you have your Visual Studio open, you just go to File, you go to New, you go to New, you go to New Project. Make sure you're running Visual Studio 2017. So now that you have this, then make sure you select Visual C Sharp, and then you can see that is new contract here. You scroll down, you can see new contract. So you can give it a name. Let's say new contract 1. I've created one before, and then of course this is where it's located, and then you just click OK. Just go right ahead and click OK. Oh yeah, I've created this before, so I can just give you new contract hello world. So just give it a name like this, then go right ahead and click OK. So we're creating the project new contract hello world. So we're creating new contract hello world. Good. So automatically what new does for you is it automatically creates these hello world for you, and then you can see if you look at it, it's under the class contract. It's under this class contract 1 smart contract, and then you can see we are importing this library new.smart contract.framework, and then of course you can see that. So you can see the main function of this has this hello world. So what we're saying here is we're putting this into the blockchain storage.put. So we're putting this into the new blockchain hello world, and we're returning true. So that is that about that. You can actually check the references here. I think I'm also getting this yellow. So probably might not have these on your own end. Probably that's why I'm getting this red flag here, the new smart contract framework. So something might have not been downloading properly, but you can add this reference anytime you wish. You can reclick the reference and add that reference anytime you wish, which is a new smart contract framework. So once you have everything and it's running fine and good without this yellow flag here, this warning here, then you can go right ahead and compile this project by just clicking this. So once you're able to compile the project, you're going to see it. You're going to see this the smart contracts .avm in your bin directory. So you're going to see it in your bin directory. So once you're able to see that, then we have created the hello world smart contract on the new blockchain. I think I see it's gone. So good. I hope it's gone truly. So good. Let's try and hit this button and see. So what we're doing here, we are actually putting this text here, hello world, in the blockchain, in the new blockchain. So that's what we're actually doing. We're writing a smart contract to be able to put these in the new blockchain. So like I said, Neo, it's still under development, and then you might be experiencing a little bit errors and discrepancies here and there, which might not go in line with what I have here. So you have to keep that in mind that I'm using Windows 10, and of course you must run Visual Studio 2017, and you must have .NET Framework 4.6 and above installed. So once you have that, then you're ready to go, because those are the necessary tools that are required to be able to run this tutorial. I think there is a little bit error. A project with the output type of class library cannot be started directly to debug this project and add an executable path to the solution which reference the library project. See the executable project as the startup project. Okay. You can see what the error is saying here. We need to add these. Like I said, just add this on your environment, you know, on your environment variable. You need to add that neon.executable. So once you're able to add that, then you probably can run this. But basically, this is how you can write the new smart contract, a new hello world smart contract. If you're able to make it to this level, then this all you need to know to be able to write the new hello world smart contract. So like I said, once again, my name is Ayuba Ojonubomoazu, and thank you for viewing. If you want succeeded. Welcome to this video session on programming the new blockchain. Actually, this is the last video session, and here we're going to talk about the recap of what we have done, and then we are going to look at the future of smart economy. So we were able to cover the basics of Neo. We're able to look at what is the purpose of the Neo blockchain, which I said the purpose is to be able to run a smart economy, in which what is needed to do that on the Neo ecosystem is the Neo digital assets, Neo digital certificates, and the Neo transaction mechanism. And then we're also able to look at the Neo node, where we install the Neo GUI, the Neo CLI, and the Neo plugins like the Simple Policy plugin. And then of course we were able to also install and synchronize the Neo network. We looked at the test network, and then we looked at the Neo private chain. And then we created a simple hello world smart contract on the Neo blockchain using Visual Studio 2017. And then so we're able to do that. And now here we're going to talk about the future of smart economy. So simply what I see is we're going to achieve the smart economy when we are able to have our identities on the blockchain. So if we're able to have digital identities on the blockchain, then of course the future of smart economy will be easily achieved. So if we have a particular contract address or a particular address, whether for Neo or for Ethereum, directly mapped with our digital identity, for instance, then it will be easy to transact businesses on the blockchain, and we could actually monitor everything, and everything will be done seamlessly on the blockchain. Machines will get to replace what we do manually. So that's the feature of the smart economy. It's going to be easily achieved once we're able to capture our digital identities on the blockchain, and that is what Neo it's all about. That is what Neo wants to achieve. So thank you for watching this video tutorial. Once again, my name is Ayuba Ojonubomoazu.